The following program was paid for by Southern American Media. Fox 30 welcomes you to Meridian's favorite TV personalities and three-time CMA nominees for Broadcast Personality of the Year. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Debbie.
Hey, good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, who is filling in for Debbie, who's been under the weather for quite some time now.
Yeah. We hope she's getting better and get that throat right there
all massaged up,
feeling better.
Speaking of, I spoke to her somewhere around 4 a.m. this morning. I could barely hear it. We need to just put out an alert on this. If you go out, and I wish I had this on video, but she went outside a few minutes after 4 o'clock. She was sipping on a cup of coffee, and she sat out on the front porch and talked to me. There amongst the darkness, a raccoon come to visit Debbie right there on the front porch in the darkness.
Sneak right up on you, too.
Yeah, that wasn't no cat.
That wasn't the neighborhood dog come up for a pet, was it?
You know, that will make you jump right out your skin when you're not expecting something like that to travel up on you.
Oh, man. And just sneak up, stick that cold nose on your leg or something.
So, y'all be careful of things that go on after dark where you can't see it. Well, how was your evening? You get all rested up?
It was, I feel like $1 million now. Of course, I got some, after you stay awake for, I don't know, about 26, 27 hours, I finally went home last night, kissed the wife, said I love you, and I went to sleep about 7 o'clock and woke up. At Blooming National Weather Service woke me up at 4 o'clock again this morning.
Letting me know
there's going to be some wind this afternoon. I'm going to have another talk with them. But I have caught up on my rest. I wouldn't say no beauty sleep, but
you did get a little rest.
I got a little bit of rest this time.
All right, let's start off this morning a little different, and let's start talking about what is in your future over the next 24 hours with weather. Now, as you just said, you got kind of woke up early from the National Weather Service. You mentioned the wind advisory, and we pulled this up here on radar for everybody to take a look. All of this tan shaded area is a wind advisory that goes in effect this afternoon. Is it 6?
Yeah, I believe it.
6 till 9 p.m. tomorrow.
I believe it is 9 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, if we can pull it up right here, and it'll tell us right there. Wind advisory goes under effect until 6, and this will last until tomorrow. Now, we're starting to see, Odie, our first showers here in the area coming across that northwest corner. Let's put on some locations here where we can see what's happening. It's going to be right past the Piggly Wiggly as you go into Neshoba County and Newton County, right there in that area there. Right out by Battlefield, just north of West Lauderdale High School. Some showers there, and up by the Samdale Monument, Blackwater Baptist Church, and on across where the Cowboy Church is in Baca Valley on to Geiger, Alabama right now. A little bit happening down here to our friends in Newton also. Right there across Lazy Boy. Look at y'all. Y'all getting wet this morning.
Yeah, that's going to drop a little bit of water, and I'm glad it's not a huge storm that's dumping a whole lot of water, because the last thing we need is trees with some soggy feet. So hopefully it'll dry out a little bit, won't blow the trees too hard with so much water on them. But we're going to get some rain. And that Martin area, of course, now Martin, here you go, Rick. Rick is out in the Martin area,
right,
and he'll take good care of you if something bad happens. So. But you will see some rain, and you'll see some wind for sure out in the Martin area.
We just had an update from the National Weather Service, and this is tweaked a little bit more than it was just 20 minutes ago as we pull up where the severe weather is going to be tonight. We do have some level 3s in the area. If you live in Neshoba County, Philadelphia, all of those areas, anywhere north of Tucker. And we're going to show you the map here in a second, but I'm trying to get this in your head of where you live and what's going to be happening. Most of Lauderdale County is going to be a level 2, but we just had an update to where the green is moving in, and then Why Not out at the Raceway is going to be a level 1 right there at the Bama state line. For the most part, Alabama has moved to a level 1 tonight, and in some portions not even going to get affected. Let's pull up this where everybody can take a look at this. This is the outlook of what we've got here, just the updated one. Here's Lauderdale County. Let's turn on these locations here where everybody can see what's happening here. As I mentioned, Why Not Motorsports Park sits right there. Half a mile down the road is going to be a level 2. Rodney will be okay.
Yeah, he should be good right there. Should dry his track out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be good as this system keeps moving west. It'd be nice if it would continue a westerly move
And get out of here.
and get on out of here. But
Now, as we look at the big picture here, this is Neshoba County. And again, as I mentioned, right coming up on Tucker, and between there and House, Mississippi, where the 4-lane ends will be where it switches to a 3. We got just a little bit of a corner up here in Kemper County. They have now taken in the Dollar General there at Preston. So if you live in Preston, you're in this level 3. As you look at Linville, not quite so much. And we get a little bit here. It moves right into the Kentucky Fried Chicken and Macon. And look at all this area over in Winston County as we come down. We even got a little bit here in Newton County for our friends there, right there at Conahatta. Up to Union, Mississippi is a level 3. Now, Scott County, well under a level 3. Now, Jasper, our friends there, a level 2, and also Quitman. But look at this east side now of Clark County.
that's good to see Clark County not being in a hard impacted area. I know that makes them feel a little bit better over there. We work close with the SO and EMA over in Clark County, and I'm glad to see that system is wanting to move left, move in that westerly direction. But that doesn't mean that we're completely out of the water. Do not let your guard down. Don't get complacent. But it does look like that the extreme part of this is going to miss us.
The place not to be tonight, Longview, Texas, anywhere around Hot Springs, Arkansas. This is going to be the worst of the worst. This is definitely tornadic activity, most likely. But in this area here, this could see some of the seriousness of the most horrible weather that will happen over the next 24 hours. And we'll watch this. Is this most likely going to be tweaked one way or the other? Yes. Can storms come out of nowhere and just fool everybody?
In a heartbeat. Yeah, in a heartbeat. We do need some of this wind, like Rick said. He's been washing this pollen off. We do need some rain. We need some wind. We need to get some of this pollen out of here. We need to get it off the trees.
Right. You ever dropped a hint to your spouse and they not pick up on it?
Yeah. A few times.
Yeah, this is horrible. This is the wrong kind of coffee. I didn't have any choice. I didn't after 20 years, drink a particular one that you could no longer buy and you have to have it shipped in. And I'm out. I ain't calling anybody out. I was just dropped a hint.
Just a hint.
Yeah, and here I am drinking coffee that tastes bad.
Well,
but it's better than nothing.
I don't really care. After you were in the Navy and you drink something out of a green can that comes 5-gallon grounds at a time, you'll drink just about anything.
What year were you in the Navy?
90 to 93.
Did y'all ever sing that in the Navy?
Yeah. What did you do with a drunken sailor? You know how all that stuff goes.
You get and this is where I guess I'm old school, and you may know more about this. But as a kid, I remember I was about 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, somewhere along there. We went out to California to visit our neighbors. Now, me being from Scuba, Mississippi, the only person that I had ever in my life encountered with a tattoo was Mooney. And Mooney had been in the service. And he come back with a tattoo. We had never seen anybody with a tattoo that was not a serviceman, a sailor, or somebody that went and fought. And you get to California, and Odie, they were everywhere.
Everybody had them.
And now?
I never thought I'd get a tattoo.
Did you?
I did. Of course, I got one in the Navy. What better way? I didn't want a skull because I'm sitting here going, what do I want? And I want something that I would be happy with, that's going to stick with me for the rest of my life. When I'm 90 years old, I got enough X's. I'd have lines all the way down my arm. But I'd want somebody to.
So what'd you get?
I got a Odie dog on my chest. The little Garfield Odie dog.
You are kidding me.
Mm-mm. I figured what's the best tattoo Odie can get? An Odie dog. So he's right here on my chest.
I never got one. But this is, I'm being serious, y'all, of how times have just changed to where really and truly that was the people that got tattoos. Now, they're everywhere.
Everywhere. Everybody's got one. I've got 2 on my leg. It is addictive. Once you get one, you'd be like, kind of want to get another one.
I'm one of those that hadn't got one at all, period.
Yeah.
Let's see. Scott said he wanted to join the Navy, then watched Full Metal Jacket and got a different thought on that. That will do that.
And, that was a great movie. A very...
Kind of tell it how it is.
Exactly. It was a movie that was very accurate. That's the way it was. When your CC company commander came in, it was they would hit you, they would slap you, they would kick you.
Yeah.
It was they pushed you down to nothing and built you back up as a team. Everybody in there, you had on the same underwear, the same socks, the same outfit.
I really didn't need that visual of you. Thank you.
I'm glad I could help you this morning. But you all look just alike.
Yeah.
And you're treated just alike. And then as time goes, you come up with your own specialty of what you're going to do and what your schools were.
Right.
And mine was... a welder, so I went to school for welding.
Yeah, it didn't work out for you.
If Daddy wouldn't have gotten sick, I'd have probably stayed in, and I wanted to be an underwater welder. But Daddy got sick, and I decided, well, I'll come on home. So came back, which was great. I have,
right.
I'm not sitting back going, I wish.
Regrets.
No
regrets. Or regrets.
Or regrets, that's right. And I wouldn't tattoo that on there. Nothing, you can't erase something.
That's right.
But no regrets.
Worked out for you.
I enjoyed it. It did. And,
Stacy Smith tells us that her husband served in and Air National Guard Reserves. Oh, that's pretty good there.
There you go. Anybody out there, thank you for everybody that has and is and will serve.
That's right. We got more on the way this morning, already 10 minutes after 7 o'clock as we start this day together. Kind of cloudy outside. We're expecting rain to move in sometime after 9 this morning. We'll get you all updated on everything next.
It's finally here, the springtime Sweet Pea Swap, located at the old Jeffries building at Bonita Lakes. Drop-offs February 23rd through February the 25th. Thursday, March 2nd, 5 to 9 p.m. is paid ticket holders pre-sale. Tickets are only $10 each. The public sale begins Friday, March the 3rd, 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. Saturday, March 4th, 10 to 7. Sunday, 25% off, 1 to 6 p.m. And Monday, March the 6th, 50% off, 10 until 7 p.m. It's the spring Sweet Pea Swap at the old Jeffries building by Bonita Lakes Mall.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
I'm Chris Bullock, and I'm a candidate for Lauderdale County District 1 Supervisor. One of the reasons I'm running is I absolutely love this community and care about our people. I have the experience and leadership skills necessary to provide a professional service to every resident. I have a record of serving this community since I was 15 years old. It's time for fresh ideas under a new generation of leadership. I ask for your prayers, and I ask for your support.
Paid political by friends of Chris Bullock.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
A lot of headlines and local stuff coming up in a moment that we'll tell you about, even some ladies on hoods. I'm not kidding y'all. We'll tell you about that in just a moment. Right now, let's talk about this. You were talking about, you made a different thought of what you wanted to do in life, and something that we have right here in our community that will allow you, say you're working a job now and you go, I'm not making enough money. What do? Talk to our friends out here at MCC. I don't know if a lot of people are aware of so much goes on. Right now, this is one of the programs that they're offering is the Practical Nursing Program, Odie.
You know, here's Lauderdale County and Meridian. What do we have to offer? We've still got some manufacturing with steel companies, but we've got medical. We've got hospitals.
Sir.
We've got all your doctors' offices. We've got nursing homes. The practical nursing department at MCC.
Ooh.
If you want to change your life and feel good about what you're doing, MCC can help you do that. And get you started in this nursing program.
Now, this will only take you a year. There's a lot of things that you go, well, I just cannot take 5 years of my life to go do this. But you can go out and take this 1-year program here, and seriously, it will be a change. It's very rewarding, as you've talked about.
Oh, man, it'll hit you right there in the heart. It really would.
Get in touch with MCC. They'll tell you the rest of this. There's a lot more programs that we're going to be telling you about that they offer right here, that if you're wanting to make a career change, they're going to tell you all about this, and we'll have some more to highlight tomorrow to let you know how you can, make a big change there.
That's right. Change your life and your family's life forever.
Sure is. Already 12 minutes after, no, it's 15 minutes after. I need to say, give a that a boy this morning because it's very important. And you know more about this than I do what I'm fixing to say. But I got a call yesterday from Newton County that said, look, I know the police have been getting a whole lot of praise for taking in these folks that escaped, but they said we don't want to leave out somebody that was at the ground of this when it happened, and that's the 911 dispatchers in Newton County. And Odie, I'm going to let you explain what these folks do. In Newton County, they done this, got the information to the police officers, accurate, and they were able to catch them.
You know, we are our lifeline out in the streets, out working different scenes. Is dispatch. Mm-hmm. They're our lifeline. Because, if I need some extra help, I get on the radio and tell them. If I need a particular company called, if I don't have time to pull it up on my phone and call, I can have dispatch call. They're the ones behind the scenes. They're the ones answering the call, getting the information to us, and then staying in contact with us to make sure y'all are okay. And these men and women, they are in a room looking at computers, hearing our conversations, but can't really see what's going on. And they are a tremendous help for everybody. It takes a good person.
It does.
You've got to be able to listen to 3 phone calls, 2 radios, talk to each one of them, and type at the same time.
So what you're saying is they need a married man.
They need a married man.
Because he's used to being yelled at by like 5 people.
Exactly. Don't forget the milk.
There you go. But there's a lot of ladies also, and I joke about that do that. And it is. And we just want to say an extra thank you. I don't know who was on duty yesterday, but possibly right there. So y'all don't really realize how bad these folks were. They were bad to the bone, as they say.
That was you take the bad that we've got and double it.
Yes,
triple.
That's what they captured in Newton, Mississippi yesterday.
Yep.
Thank heavens we're not telling you some other report this morning. And speaking of, as you go west of here, let's talk about Chunky. I kept getting these dings. Man, I'm seeing FBI all over the place.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, well, they didn't clear that with my office. I guess I don't get that.
You did not. They're kind of quiet on that. As I spoke to Marion a few weeks ago, there was FBI agents all around. Well, yesterday, I guess you'd call this sort of like a sting, as the FBI was all over Ridgeland, Mississippi, and they came on down to Chunky. We don't normally get to see them in these areas there.
No.
But they had a search warrant, and they went to Advanced Infusion Solutions. And again, it's headquartered out of Ridgeland. They hit a lot of their locations. Do we know why? Nope. The FBI is very tight-lipped when it comes to information, and basically all they will tell you when you contact them is, we served a search warrant. Please don't take our pictures or you'll leave here in handcuffs. Yes, ma'am, I will not take your picture. You just step right on over there. I'll get a picture of the building.
Me a picture.
Yeah. She was real adamant about that to me. I haven't had a chance to follow up with this on the Newton Appeal. Got in with one of the first to get in touch with the FBI to get that confirmation, and I was pretty sure that that's the way they would answer it, and they did. Yeah. But I had several texts. We're out there digging around in employees' cars. They took it serious. The FBI does not.
They don't play.
No,
they're not leaving anything unturned. They're gonna find out what they're looking for, and they're gonna really do it to a T.
So if you were in Newton and wondering Newton County over that way yesterday, wanting to know what happened, yep, that's what it was.
Wow, all these black vehicles hauling butt and coming to a stop and everybody jumping out.
And they put on these rubber gloves not to leave fingerprints or touch anything. I've learned that too.
Yeah.
We had an overnight accident, Odie, on I-20. No serious injuries at first when it was called in. It was, we've got a car upside down, and after police officers arrived, they would soon discover that it was a one-car accident. It does happen.
It does.
And this is the scene of that there, right around I-20, mile marker 152. It ended up being mild in the end. It's always good when you get the word on the scene of an accident. Now, not so much Meridian, Mississippi. What is in the water up there as we go to our next story there to see that lights were everywhere.
That was...
Now, this is going to be at Sam Lackey Road. You go past Simmons Wrecker.
Yep.
You get right there by Blossman Gas. And the best I can tell is you do a analysis and a root cause of the accident. Most likely somebody pulled out from Sam Lackey Road of someone going down the highway is what we're doing. We'll hope everybody is okay. I did not get any reports after they were transported from there. But, boy, it interrupted a lot of law enforcement lunches last night, or meals.
And you know, we've got some great firemen that's out in that area.
Yeah.
That really do a lot of work. And you hate to see these types of wrecks, but they happen. And the only way we're going to stop this from happening to us, to you, to our family, is just being vigilant and paying attention. That road there's a lot of people that's driving up and down that road, and you've got to pay attention to these intersections.
Yeah. Have three eyes on the road at all times.
Have three eyes. It's not you. It's them.
It's kind of like your wife. Y'all know how she's got eyes in the back of her head. That's what you got to use when you drive.
That's right.
She can sense it.
Baby.
She can sense it.
She is there. She says, "Good morning."
Oh, isn't that too sweet?
Oh,
Ryan Brown's wanting to know if the FBI was looking for classified docs. No, I think they only do that to anybody that had anything to do with the 45th president.
Yeah, they only come to the garages and look for it
in the middle of the night and drag them out over a piece of paper. Did you hear me talking about that this morning of when our former president said, "Hey, I think all this started in a lab there and it got eased out by another country"?
Yeah. Tried to tell them what actually happened, and they couldn't believe that he was telling the truth.
They called him all kinds of bad names, and lo and behold, as we find in the news today, he was right.
He was right. And, you know, if you really go back and look, some of that was funded by who? Mm-hmm. The good old USA.
Yep.
So there's a paper trail and a money trail that leads to exactly what the problem was. It was not a bat.
No. Nowhere at no time, and he knew that.
Yeah.
The media had their own agenda, though.
Well, they wanted to push what was not right, just like everybody else. It's kind of like if we keep America uninformed and keep them not knowing what's going on, they can't think for themselves. And if they can't think for themselves, then we can continue to push more of our agenda. It's called controlling, and let us think for you instead of saying, hey, let's give you information, the truth, and allow you to think for yourself.
I agree.
But we've gotten away from that.
We got some more stories coming up in a moment. We'll be right back. I thought you might want to know about this big event that is coming up in the area there.
Sip and Savor is back in downtown Meridian. Chef Jimmy Kennedy will headline this year's festival, bringing an outdoorsman spin on elevated Southern cuisine. Taking the main stage is country music artist Levi Hammond. Sample over 50 chefs and distilleries visiting from all over the South to showcase their award-winning dishes. Experience the culinary tradition of the South like you never have before.
Y'all make sure to join us tomorrow because we'll have a big announcement coming as we get ready. It's coming the first part of May. Button Bowl. It was huge last year in downtown Meridian. The entertainment has been signed, and they're going to come in the morning and do the big announcement with us as to who they have and who's going to be singing at the big event in downtown Meridian. It's going to tell us all the details.
And you'll know it from here.
That's right.
I mean, pay attention, find out who they've got coming in, and make plans to be there.
It's fun. I enjoyed it. Now, we have to address this next issue. Now, I first got the first text, and I looked at it, and I said, there's no way that that's happening right now. And I, for about 20 seconds, ignored it. Then I got another text. So I thought, well, two
gotta
ain't
be
wrong.
true.
So I commenced to typing, and it was slow, and I typed, and I hit. There's a lady being spotted on a hood passing Bonita, hit it down Highway 19 South. And I'm just thinking somebody's sitting on their hood, but lo and behold, I would receive a video immediately after. Now, this is one of the few videos, and this has really traveled across the Meridian area of people looking at it. And I thought you should see this. Now, again, there's no way to know who this is, and it really doesn't matter who it is. Let's look at it. It's not safe is why we play this, because someone really could have got hurt with this. As we go to our Facebook page to take a look at this. Now, of course, this is going up towards Sam's here, right up through there, and that's where you can get your oil change. McDonald's sits here. Let's roll that beautiful bean. You ready to roll
That's
that
right.
beautiful
This is a what not to do.
All right, here it comes.
Don't try
make
this
sure
at home.
y'all see that.
That's not an optical illusion.
No, that was a woman on a hood. Now, sources are telling me that two ladies or some people were somewhere, and one wanted to leave and one did not. So the one that wanted to leave gets in, cranks up the car. Well, the young lady that didn't want to leave.
Don't leave me here.
Right, jumps on the hood. And
Yeah.
I got reports from folks that this was several miles. And I'm not talking like a mile. I'm talking maybe 10, 12 miles on the hood at high rates of speed, somewhere around possibly 75 or so. I'm not lying about all this. Now, we do know that one person was detained. I don't know anything after it left that, but we did know and see that one person was detained at the scene. But really, that really happened. We didn't make this up. Woman on the hood, you just never know what you're going to see.
And with the drivers nowadays,
with the potholes, let's talk about that, Odie. You could fell off.
You could have been thrown off. Once you hit a 3-foot pothole and it fling that rear end around, where are you going?
That's right. It'd be like twerking.
A whole nother man to twerk.
You're right.
It'd be more than that body half wiggling, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, please don't let us come and have to pick you up off the road for something like that. We don't need that.
That's right. Y'all be careful.
We got to live with that.
That's correct. Now, this is not the first time this has happened, and probably will not be the last. So y'all keep that. And I'm seeing a lot of comments of other people that may have done this in their life.
Y'all get on there and read that, because I want to say it.
But you're not?
But I can't.
Okay. Comments. And if you're watching us on television, this is the only place you'll get to show this to where you can interact with us while we're live.
Yeah.
Facebook or on YouTube, you can join us there. That's Scotty Ray Report. Just type that in. You'll find us there, and you can comment like everybody else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on here and let us know how you feel. Ask us a question. We try and keep up, and it's not the easiest thing.
It's a lot of comments.
And y'all let me know what you think. I'm trying to read it, but the glares get me. Y'all want me with the glasses?
Put it on. Let me see.
Or without the glasses?
Go for it. I think it's going to be okay. You got a little glare, but it's okay.
A little bit of a glare. What y'all think?
Yeah. Give Odie's with or without.
Yeah. Y'all want them on or off? I think that prescription's starting to work.
You can also end up on dates that you didn't know you're on without glasses. I just want you to know. I have taken. Let me tell y'all something.
She's watching now.
These little reading glasses here. You can take the wrong medication if you're not careful. I just want y'all to know that, because it looks like your name, but it isn't your name.
But it didn't. It had the same last names, didn't it?
It did. I don't know what I took Angie's. I felt kind of weird there for a couple of days there.
Those weren't the glasses that you were wearing when you bought the happy anniversary husband.
I've done that 3 times. I've given, if you're wondering what are we talking, I've given my wife cards on 3 different occasions of happy birthday to my husband.
Look at there. The sheriff says I look more distinguished with those glasses. So I've got to go with Sheriff Chancellor.
Look all good.
Back on. Yeah. Well, that twisted my arm.
Terry says if you see better with glasses, leave them on. She didn't say you looked better.
She didn't say I look, yeah.
Sometimes you have to read into what wording is going on there. And she said nothing about you being handsome. Terry,
not a single thing.
Nothing.
I mean, come on. Maybe do they make a anti-glare? covering for them?
I got to, as we work with lighting and in here and look at all of this, and I'm learning as to the way lights have to be, and it's a glare off the screen that is causing this, and apparently there's something, it didn't do it at the other studio. I don't know why it does it here. But we're going to dig into this.
Now, that's a true friend.
What'd they say?
Now try it with a paper bag.
Telling you, Odie.
I tell you what, man.
Oh, boy, things that happened there. We've got so much more to come this morning. Already 7:30, we're going to go back in time to look at this day in history next. Don't run off. It'll be something that tickles your tickle box. That's next with Scotty Ray and Odie.
One of the most important places to you is your home. That's why Patrick Allen Companies is proud to provide style, functionality, and security to your home. There's nothing quite like a well-designed overhead garage door or vinyl replacement windows, or the safety of a storm shelter to help your family feel protected. Patrick Allen offers doors and windows for commercial and industrial with dozens of innovative designs. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. And they even do work on motorcycles. With the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Odie this morning as Deb's still off recovering. And we want to say a thank you to a new sponsor that has come aboard and is helping out with our headline news.
It's allowing all this information to get out, pushed to the public. And we definitely want to thank Rock House Gun and Pawn. And if you've got any kind of needs of ammo, another gun,
Yeah,
go
they
down
got
there
it.
and see them. Even my cousin can help you. Go see BJ.
BJ's going to be there. I'm going to be there Saturday, as a matter of fact. We'll be there from 11 to 1. But everything, get this, Odie, now, everything in the store this weekend is tax-free. Anything you buy, like if you've been wanting to save up, tax-free, they're going to have a tent out front that anything under it is 50% off. So swing by, visit with me. I'll be there at 11 to 1 on Saturday. Now, this sale goes on all weekend, but drop in and visit with them. That's a pretty neat little deal.
That's a 7% savings right off the bat.
Yeah.
So, definitely go see our friends at
I ain't got any
Rock
fingers
House.
higher than that to add it up.
I got some toes.
Hey, we need to go back into this glass thing. Lots of comments on this. Handsome was the word that was just used from Rita. Rita says you look kind of handsome.
You see that, baby?
Now, Denise says only that you look wise, mentioned nothing about you being handsome.
She didn't say anything to look at. She just said I look wise.
Peggy tells you that, well, you need to keep them on. You might miss something.
Well, that's true. I might miss something.
Let's see here. Hey, Odie, I remember when you were a young man and would come to eat lunch at Culpeper Cafe. You were a mess. I'd like to see you sometime with your glasses off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We had fun at Culpeper Cafe.
Where was that at?
You know, if you're going right into Collinsville,
the
little White House on the left. Yeah,
I mean, Debbie went out there.
It was great. They were so packed. I mean, everybody went out there. We would,
fried chicken
guys. We would go in and we would bust tables for them and get people to sit down and keep it going. We had a little extra time, and there were some good people. So. Enjoyed everybody that was there.
I'd forgotten about that.
Yep.
All right, let's step back in time and look at a few things. This guy was almost banned. They tried. Well, in some states, they still won't allow his books, and it's a shame, America.
Yeah.
We should really bow our heads in shame, as today is Dr. Seuss's birthday, 1904. He was the Cat in the Hat. What is offensive about that? Not in my opinion, is it?
No. Green eggs and ham.
We have really gone down a slippery slope of what's being banned in America. Keep that in mind. Use common sense in anything that you do, folks.
Yeah, that's crazy. He was a good way to teach our kids some things.
Yeah. 1917, this old boy here was born, and when he gets really excited, I can't understand him. I'm not going to lie. He gets who am I talking about? Anybody remember Desi Arnaz? The love of his life there.
Oh, Lucy. They played a great, not just married on TV.
Right.
You know, they were married in real life.
And, you know, you think of Lucy as this woman who was a cut-up, but if you go back and you look at the picture, Lucy was really a beautiful woman and smart. The very first couple that realized this thing on television will probably get replayed again, and, well, I'm going to keep the rights to it. They were the first ones to ever do that, and that's why they made a lot of money. Everybody else was just, you know, episode to episode, then the companies got the money. Wow. Not Lucy.
She says, I got something to learn and teach.
Was the song I'm on top of the world, looking down at creation? What, is that the song that, am I right on that? I'm on top of the world. That was their song, wasn't it?
I can't remember now.
I didn't listen to them a lot, but I do know the name. Karen Carpenter, anybody remember her? I think she sang that. She was born in 1950.
1950.
Now, this would be one of the first cases in America that we would learn about people that had the problem with not eating and what went on with her.
Yeah. That was, because that was new when we were growing up. That was not something that you heard of an awful lot.
That's right.
You know, so.
Barbara Smith says we're right that was them on top of the world.
Okay. I couldn't remember. It was, that was going over my head.
Oh, Kevin, I'm agreeing with you. Boy, I love that song by Hank Jr. The band Coalition, Hank Williams Jr. Try to get rid of Daffy Duck if y'all ever listen to that song.
Oh, man.
Hank Jr. really, during the 80s and 90s, had the heartbeat of America, at least in the good old boy world.
Yeah, and do what's right. Don't think for everybody.
And if
now, West Lauderdale County Schools, they have not banned Dr. Seuss.
That's great.
And as far as I think today is Dr. Seuss Day.
So did you ever get in a crowd and somebody break out with, I went down to the Mary Carter paint store and said, give me one of them Smith & Wessons? Do you know the song I'm talking about?
I don't remember that song.
Oh, I got rights. Yeah, I got rights too, and you got a right to know. And the song is about a guy, and this really, what I mean by Hank Jr. had the pulse of America. He's sitting through trial. His wife was murdered, and he's sitting through trial, and they let the guy off on a technicality. And the guy smirks off to him and says, I've got rights, and walks out. And he goes, yeah, you got a right to know that one of these cold, dark nights, something's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. And there were so many people going, well, who's this guy, Hank Jr.? He's not like his daddy. Then he showed up in New York City, and it was kind of like, might as well have been a porcupine. As we all know, heaven ain't a lot like Dixie. Praising about how great it is to live here in the deep South. It's hot, but boy, it sure is better than being up there with us.
You got that right.
Crime-ridden. Wait a minute, we got crime here now. Whoops.
What's going on here?
1935. This is a little out of order. Whoops. This guy made his big debut. You still like him today. And I know, yes. Can you do Blue Christmas?
I love that song, though. I really do. It's a blue Christmas.
I cannot do it. I've heard so many people who have. But he came onto the scene back in 35. 1956, a lot of people have forgotten about this, but let me tell you, I really love this song. And if you don't remember it, when we're done, go back and grab YouTube and play this. Anybody know it? Lordy, Lordy, Miss Claudy. You are sure looking good. 56. Hard to believe that was that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Larry Stewart, Restless Heart. Anybody remember the group? They were kind of like the answer to Alabama toward there near the end of the 80s and they had tons of songs. If you go back and look this up, you'll go, oh, I didn't realize that. Only problem was, as some people think, well, I'm bigger than the group. I'm going to just go out and hit it solo and leave these old boys behind. Well, it didn't work out for Larry Stewart. They broke up, and then they became nobodies after that. Fast Moving Train was one of their big songs in the late 80s.
I like to see some singles, somebody move on their own, but a lot of times when you start as a group, you've got to You've got to stay together.
Elvis Presley only one time during his life stepped on soil that was not in the United States. It basically amounted to the colonel not wanting to do it. As we do this would be the only time that we're aware of that Elvis landed on something that wasn't our soil. He was coming back home. The plane landed. He stopped, got off, go to the bathroom. Thought y'all might want to know that. It may have been for a Coke, but we're pretty sure he went on into the restroom.
While they were there.
An educated guess. Now, a lot of people like this guy. 1962, he was, what was it? What was their big song? You may have known that. Living on a Prayer?
Living on a Prayer was one. Bon Jovi had a bunch of...
I get him and Poison all kind of mixed up there. And I don't know all.
Yeah, now, Amy could...
Probably name that
out
tune.
every one of them of who, what, where, when. But yeah, they had a lot of songs. Steel Horse, wasn't that?
Don't know that one. Now I'm telling you, when you get too far left of Haggard and Straight, I get lost quickly.
I love the music, but I don't
know it as well like I do.
I don't know it like you. I don't know it like her. I just turn it on. Let's listen to it.
There's a debate over where this happened. Some say Butler, Alabama. Some say Meridian. We're going to go with Butler, Alabama. He may have been born in the hospital here, but, well, Butler claims him, and he was big there for a little while as we go back to remember. Ty Herndon was born on this day. What mattered most? Her eyes were blue, her skin was something, and I don't remember the rest of the words. But what mattered most? He didn't pay attention.
Well, we've got a lot of people in our area, not just right here, but Mississippi, that's making it big and getting their name out for singing.
Yeah, he paid attention when they showed up in Dallas, saw those blue lights, though. I'm like, whoop, whoop.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, not going to make the event tonight.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. 1963, What was the number one song in America? And I can't even change my voice to hit this, so y'all imagine this song in your head. Walk like a man. Wasn't that how it went?
I can't do that one either.
It's too high pitched. But if y'all remember that one. As we go back, and I've met this guy over and over, and what a guy he is. A best friend to somebody. He even made it to a movie one time.
Yeah. And he's come to Meridian a bunch of times with Ralph Morgan and talk about a good guy.
He's about yay tall. Don't tell him that. He gets a little upset.
And I tell you what, anybody that wants to jump on the back of a bull...
You got my respect.
You got my respect.
Somewhere on this date, some 53 years ago in Las Vegas, there was a plane getting ready to take off, and this old boy stopped to give somebody an autograph. I know we've talked about him a couple of times, but, well, it was a historic moment.
It was.
Yep, there you go. Elvis headed off to L.A. there, leaving Las Vegas. Viva!
Las Vegas.
It's hard to shake this old song. I remember it probably wouldn't be a hit today, but back then it was big. Anybody remember Seasons in the Sun?
Boy.
I don't know if that was his only hit or not, but it was huge back in the day.
It was a big one.
Yeah, I remember it well. Let's see here. Jay Leno. And the year on this is wrong. I need to fix this. But he took over, I think it was in the early 90s he took over this.
Yeah, because there was a fight. You know, I think David Letterman and him and...
of who was going to get it.
One or two more that were going to get that, and he won out.
This would make you laugh. There's no doubt about it. We watched it as kids, and I'm sure you did too. 1978, we would lose her, but you would, and I don't remember what her real name on the show was, but they all just referred to her as Mama Jefferson.
Yep, Mama Jefferson. That was an awesome show. Y'all just don't know what y'all are missing by having your feelings hurt.
I think you could have played Bentley. I think you would have been a good Bentley in that.
Now, he was a...
Mrs. J.
He was a weird one. Yeah.
It was Tom that lived down the street, wasn't it?
Tom and his wife.
Helen.
Yeah.
Yep. 1990, this is probably, if you had to pick of what's out there now of country music artists, the best that there is. It's the only one that I can even understand that is really on the radio is Luke Combs was born on this date back in 1990. He's kind of a young fellow there.
Just a little bit. Wow.
Yeah. $1 million was given today to help others. This lady has great, what's the word I'm looking for? She's just good.
She's just a good person. Overall good person.
Dolly, $1 million she gave to help with the research for COVID. She didn't want the shot. She just wanted everybody to get better. We were all scared. We'll be right back. Already 7:44. Scotty Ray and Odie as we start your day. Where'd this go?
Man, it is bam.
It's guan, as they say. We'll be right back. Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 invites you by to take a look at a brand new product they've got. Odes, ATVs, and UTVs. These side-by-sides range from 800 to 1,000 cc's, and they come with heat or air. Whether you're doing work around the farm or hunting, they've got the unit just for you to keep warm or cool, depending upon that Mississippi and Alabama day. Swing by for a test drive today at Freeman Tractor. See coleslaw, buttermilk, and don't forget you can meet their newest employee, Eggplant. That's Freeman Tractor, Highway 494.
Your next Maytag or Whirlpool appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigeration on Highway 19 North. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, stop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers, a showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen and Amana. And delivery is available with a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and by appointment after hours and weekends.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Have you been hurt on the job? Call Will Parker. Get the help you deserve. Call Will Parker. Know your rights when it comes to the workplace injuries. Call Will Parker. Call or go online at parkerfirm.net. Call your Meridian lawyer, Will Parker.
As we talk about our friends at Snowden Company, I've known Amanda all of her life. Her folks live right down from us, and we were kids and played a lot. Well, she's got a business now. She takes care of folks with getting you homes. And if you want someone who's honest, this is the girl to choose. And she's got a great staff, and she's built her staff around that philosophy. They take care of you. They'll help you with all that stuff that the rest of us don't understand.
You know, don't go out looking and riding around trying to find something. Put down a wish list.
Yeah.
Give that to Amanda. Say, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. This is where. Let them do the legwork. They'll help you from finding it to closing it to moving it in.
Because gas is high.
That's right.
She's riding around anyway. So, that's Amanda. Look for her. You'll find her there in Poplar Springs. Let me show you the staff. This is them right here. 601-453-3937. They'll do all this, handle that paperwork for you, and take care of it.
That's right. Great people.
Wanted to mention this, and I was hesitant on saying this at first because I wanted to be absolutely sure all family members were known. And Odie and I just discussed this, and I think it's okay to say it because so many people know this man from Meridian that has passed away.
Yeah, he's touched so many lives, from adults with the music to kids as Batman.
True.
You know, that is something, and Mr. Jeff Holland with the Jeff Holland Band is going to be greatly missed in this area.
And I thought a lot of him, and if you weren't aware of that by now, that has happened in our community, and I'm sure at some point in your life you've gone somewhere and Jeff was playing, and what a talent he was. He
really was, and he had the Batmobile.
Yeah,
you know, he didn't just have a costume; he had the Batmobile, and he would drive it to the house. Really going to miss what he's done for the kids, and then what he's done for us music-wise as adults.
Right.
Man, just prayers go out.
Condolences to the family. We're thinking of you. We are getting word now from several people that West Lauderdale has been having Dr. Seuss Week. Dress up in the whole 9 yards.
So, Charlene was telling me about that. You know, she's a teacher over there. Poor kids.
That's what I was thinking.
But they're doing the Dr. Seuss, and I know it's Dr. Seuss Day today. And then the high school students from West Lauderdale High School is going to come over and read Dr. Seuss to the younger kids.
Didn't we get invited to come do something out there at some point?
Yeah, we were we're to go talk media to the gifted class at Sawdell Elementary. Told us we were going to come do it. Didn't ask us. They told us we were going to.
It's got to be one of those example boys. You don't want to show up like them.
That's
you don't
right.
want to turn out this way.
You don't let your babies grow up to be in media.
That's it. We're getting some names there as we go back, and we couldn't think of any of the songs just a moment ago.
Dead or Alive.
Dead or
Really?
Alive. Yeah. And then also, You Give Love a Bad Name.
Golly.
Right over my head. Yeah. I didn't remember all those.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I was People Love Elvis there. And
what was that Elvis was not just over in
made a boo-boo there. He served in Germany. England. It was the one time that he landed in Britain. It was the different country that he landed on. That was a typo there.
So he did serve our country in the military.
Yeah. Why didn't you punch me on that and say that don't look right?
Well, because I'm sitting here going, I knew he served in the Army, but maybe he was one of those that they didn't let get too far out of the way. So I don't know, Jackie. I'd use two in case one falls off. And he's a brother.
I ain't even going to talk about that. Oh, have mercy. A lot of folks walking there, and we watching this morning. We appreciate it. And so was let me back up, couldn't get it out. Neshoba Central is also doing Dr. Seuss Week as well.
That's
so
awesome.
Kudos to y'all.
That's right. That's right. There's nothing wrong with Dr. Seuss and what he's done. He's used comics and funny and humor to really teach us lessons.
It is.
So, hey,
green eggs and ham I am.
And taught you rhymes. Come on.
Your wife just got caught in the rain.
Walking the dog. I tell you, she got that dog, and that dog tells her when he's ready to go outside. And
he's got her wrapped, is what you're telling.
You got that right. He's got both of us wrapped.
Ain't it like a puppy dog doing that to you? Scotty Ray and Odie. Debbie is still off this week as she recovers from her voice problems.
Yeah.
We were thinking about you, Debbie. There, we'll be right back. The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville is passing along these great savings this week. Florida strawberries, $2.99. Fresh tomatoes, a 4-pack, $2.69. Red, yellow, orange bell peppers, 2 for $3. Red or white seedless grapes, $2.99 a pound. Coca-Cola products, 6-pack, $4.69. Whole boneless pork loin, $1.69 a pound. And certified Angus beef ribeye steaks, family pack, $13.99 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Jackson Flowers has been a part of the Meridian area for a little over 60 years now. Now, they've moved to a new location on Highway 19 North, just 2 miles north of Walmart. You could be looking for that perfect thinking of you gift. Or maybe it's just a happy you need, whether live or artificial, no matter what the need is in your family. Whether it's a birth to your time of need, Jackson Flowers is there for you. Drop in and visit with them again. Highway 19 North, just 2 miles north of Walmart. Jackson Flowers, for all your needs.
If it's time for another car or truck for your family, see our friends at Interstate Auto. They're located on North Frontage Road in Meridian, just down from IHOP. They offer bank rate financing. All applications are accepted with over 14 years in business, and they offer you a fair price. Open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. and Saturday 9 until 2. Appointments available after hours as well. Remember, all roads lead to Interstate Auto, 802 North Frontage Road, Meridian, 601-483-6977. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rockhouse will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian.
There's sandpaper flying about right now in the curve there on Highway 495. You'll find that going on at Chet's. Could be your car there this morning. Maybe you've been involved in an accident. Well, maybe something a little smaller. Doesn't matter. Chet will put it back. You've been around him enough to know that as well, Odie.
Man, I tell you, he has been doing this for a long time. This is one of those that this started out as a hobby.
Yeah.
And has turned into a business. So he knows what he's doing. He's got a great team out there. And he's got the right tools, the right equipment to turn your car back into what it was when it was on the showroom floor. So call Chet, go by, run by and see him, and he can definitely take care of all your automotive body needs.
737-2961 is that number to call. We got some more schools that are also doing Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, Newton County and Riley Elementary. I love to see that going on.
Yeah.
And keeping that in the forefront.
Barbara wanted to know if my dog Sophie is wrapped. She has me wrapped, and also Miss Ellie. Those two are so funny.
Stu has got us wrapped for sure. You know, when we're in the bed, our dog gets right in the middle and then turns long ways and tries to push both of us off. But, you know, the dog is the dog. I told the cat last night, I said, you give a whole lot more room than that dog does. But dogs have got everybody wrapped.
Actually, when you do this breakdown, I would say Ellie follows Angie a whole lot more up until one point in time during the day, and then I'm her favorite. At nighttime at 9 o'clock, when she gets her treat, she comes to me for protection, to join the protection program from Sophie, because she knows that Sophie will take her treat away from her and eat it.
If Daddy ain't there to help.
Yeah, because she sets it down to look up. Sophie reaches down, takes it, and walks off and goes, what you going to do about it? I'm bigger.
Yeah, do something about it. I dare you.
And if you're watching and go, why are y'all talking about this? Get a pet. Y'all would be shocked how much company, how much you can love that animal, and they become part of your family. It will really make you a better person. If you're a grumpy person, you need a pet.
And if you've got a problem talking to someone,
you're right.
Talk to your pet, because they're not going to talk back. They're not going to tell nobody.
They like you when nobody else does.
Yeah. Lock your wife and your dog up in the trunk of a car in the middle of July and give it an hour, and then open the trunk and see which one's glad to see you.
Oh, you got a good point there.
Only one of them's going to be happy.
Yep, we ain't going to tell you which one. Y'all figure that out. Right. We're getting reports that Union is also having Dr. Seuss. Clarkdale doing Dr. Seuss. We're proud of that.
I like this. This is great. Yep.
Let's see. Barbara has 4 dogs, 4 cats. That's a heap of them.
Whew, that's
Jake, Robin loves her little Jake there. Really and truly, and there's also places that you can go adopt them, pets that need homes. There's a lot of them out there. Sophie was found in the middle of a highway in a shoebox. Somebody threw her out, and that's how she came to ourselves. Now, Ellie, on the other hand, cost an arm and a leg.
Well, Bert was he was a rescue from Florida, took to Alabama to Amy's son, to my stepson.
And now he owns your house.
And now, he picked Amy, and
here we are.
Picked me and Amy, and here we are.
Thank y'all so much for joining us. We'll be back in the morning beginning at 7 o'clock.
Man, this time has flown by. And I know y'all are having fun, because we're having fun.
Yep.
We can feel it.
See you tomorrow.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: